The theme of this technical session is Shiksha in Pali or Shiksha in Sanskrit, namely the theory and practice for the lay audience. The chairman of this technical session is Dr. Dharmendra Purage.
So next, I would like to invite Venerable Professor Bhikkhuni Chao Huai Shi from Taiwan.
Yes.
And yes, she's going to give her presentation on Adhisīla-sikkhā across Buddhist heritages. She's representing Sanskrit tradition. We welcome you to the platform, Bhikkhuni.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, venerables, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very pleased to participate in this International Buddhist Conference on Shiksha and present my paper on the relevance of Buddhist ethics and monastic discipline. Because time is limited, I hope to express this paper more smoothly, so I ask Ms. Xiaoqing to translate my speech directly in English. Thank you very much. Okay. 首先呢，我要先跟大家很简短的讲一下，为什么伦理学通达了以后呢，戒律学才会通达？因为经常我们对于根源性的戒律理论不了解，我们会沦为教条主义，而这个教条主义可能甚至于是违背原来的制戒精神，佛陀的制戒精神。
So first of all, I would like to study why ethics, as long as we understand ethics, it will lead to better understanding of precepts. Because if we are just interpreting precepts verbatim, then there would be a risk of falling into dogmatism.
所以呢，我如果从佛教伦理学的角度的研究呢，佛教的伦理呢，它的根源性的理论是缘起，也就是在因缘和合的世间。那么在这样的一个世间里面，我们要做什么？目标非常明显，就是life protection， 就是护生啊。那这个护生要做到什么程度？总不可能全世界的众生我们都保护得到，因此要有中道的智慧，也就是恰到好处的，就着自己所能做的因缘做到相对最好，这就是所谓的中道的智慧。那么所以呢，从这个缘起护生中道的脉络的伦理学，我们再来看戒律会比较清晰。
So if we are trying to study Buddhist ethics, its foundation actually established on dependent origination, and it is also very important to protect life and respect lives. However, to do that, we need to borrow the wisdom of middle way to make the relatively best choice without selfish intentions among the causes and conditions that we see, hear, sense, and know. So after having these three key ideas to respect and protecting lives and the middle way and dependent origination, then we have a good foundation to have a more in-depth research and study on ethics, Buddhist ethics.
至于说要用中道的智慧来权衡，来衡量每一件行为，我到底是做对了还是做错了，我该怎么做？那么这时候我们会发现到说，在我们的生活中，其实不太可能每一件事情我们都是在仔细的想清楚了所有的因缘，然后做相对最好的决定。因此，一般时候呢，我们会循着规范形成我们内在的道德习惯。于是佛陀制定了很多的规范，也就是所谓的 Sikkhapada 啊。那这个 Sikkhapada 呢，就是供我们知道说学需要在哪个地点、哪个处所学，所以佛陀安置了一些规范作为我们的学处。那么这其实就是让我们平时惯性反应的过中道的生活，除非遇到了比较特殊的问题、复杂的问题、两难的问题，我们再来仔细用伦理的角度去判断怎么样做才是相对比较好的。比如说，我们不会说谎，我们要正直，我们不可以迟到，我们不可以跟人家有乱的性关系，这个基本上已经不需要再做中道的判断，我们制约反应的，平时就会基本上会做到这样的一个行为。
And with the wisdom of middle way, we will know what's right and what's wrong and how to judge under different circumstances. However, in our daily life, it is impossible that we do this on every single detail. Therefore, it is very helpful to have principles to help us establish moral habits. Therefore, it's good to and important to understand Shikshapada, because these are the principles that Buddha offers for us as guidance in our life. And these are precept trainings that we can remember in our mind. So if there's any circumstances in life, we can immediately apply these trainings. And for example, we all know that we should not lie, we should not be late, we should maintain integrity, and we should not have sexual misconduct. These are very clear principles that we can follow.
于是呢，就要再进一步问说，佛陀制定学处，他会说，因为我是佛陀，我是很有权威的人，你们必须要听我的，我的话就是真理吗？不是的，他会很理性的告诉我们，我为什么要制定这条戒律？因为有人犯规了，而这个犯规呢，有人打破了默契，这种打破默契的行为呢，其实会带来一些很不好的影响。那于是呢，我为了要达到10个目的，那这10个目的呢？才是我制戒律的根源。所以佛陀在每制一条戒律的时候，都一定会制定戒律的时候，都会讲到我是依于10个要项的理由，所以才制定这条戒律的。
And also there are 10 principles that Buddha uses to make these precepts, because Buddha never believes that because he is Buddha and he's always right and we should listen to him. Therefore, he always, according to 10 principles, he make more rules if the previous rules are broken.
Yeah, he never emphasized he is an authority. OK 好，那所以呢，当佛陀在制定戒律的时候，他依了这10个原理，这10个原理可以归纳成，我的老师把它归纳成6个要项，也就是和安乐、清净、内证、外化跟令正法久住。和要让僧团团结一致，但是这不能沦于口号，所以这个和呢，一定要在见解相同，还有利益均分，还有没有特权的共同这个执行这样的规范，就是这样的一个前提下，也就是才可能见和戒和跟利和，才能够达到身和与和意和，大家能够身与意都非常愉悦的共住，这就是和的要件。那么就着这个和要件，就建立了非常多的规范，这在 Vinaya 里面非常的多。
And based on these 10 principles that Buddha made for precepts, my teacher summarized them into 6 main values that are harmony, ease and happiness, purity, guiding others, self-attainment, and the ultimate goal. And for example, in harmony, the Sangha should be united and have shared value and interest. And then there will be harmonies for body, spirit, speech, and mind.
所以呢，这6项要件，我们可以分析一下，和安乐、清净，这都是规范了整个团体的风气，还有个人的清净。那么再来呢，就是内证。就是自己能够修正而没有任何的障碍，外化就是往外弘法的时候不会产生障碍。那么所以大家就可以看得到说，佛陀制定戒律不是只是为我们这些比丘比丘尼自己的行为而已，他是希望我们的行为一来能够让我们的修道获得利益，减少障碍修道的因缘；二来呢，让整个僧团能够团结一致而安乐清净的产生总体的弘法的力量。那第3个呢，就是要让这个世间就是这些社会人士，消极来说不要讥嫌我们、看不起我们、鄙视我们；积极来说，甚至于尊敬我们、尊重我们，看到我们的表现，相信佛法是有效的，而不是看到我们的表现就退避三舍，不想要相信佛法。
And based on these 6 values, we can see that for harmony, ease and happiness, and purity, it actually helps to unite Sangha and also help to purify personal conduct. And therefore, based on these foundations, we will be able to guide others and offer Dharma teachings. And in ourselves, we have self-attainment. And these precepts are not only for bhikkhus and bhikkhunis, because for us, it is helpful for us to lower our hindrance to practice Dharma, and also to help to improve the harmony of our Sangha, and we can spread Dharma teaching in this world. And on the personal, on the level of Sangha, actually, it also helps the whole society in the more passive aspect to not look down on Buddhist practitioners, but in a more proactive aspect to respect us and our practice, and even probably will be interested in Buddhism.
所以呢，从这样的一个角度来看，我们不可能完全一成不变的奉行2600年前印度的农村社会里面的所有的 Vinaya 里面的细节，因为那是不合理的。很多甚至于会带来社会很多人的歧视跟问号，甚至于可能会产生我们内部的许多的不团结、不友好、不安乐、不亲近的心情，这时就应该要扬弃它。那么这个佛陀也允许我们在不同的文化时代背景下，把一些不必要的规制，他所制定的规制就把它取消。那么另外一方面呢，我们也会遇到各个不同时代、不同社会里面需要增加的规则，比如说我们今天能不能参加 Zoom 的会议呢？这个佛陀不可能帮我们制定。我们能不能上 Internet？ 我们能不能看电影？这佛陀不可能帮我们规范好。所以这些呢，就要看，要照着我们前面讲到的10种利益，还有照着我们前面讲到的6种原理，还有照着我刚刚讲到的3大原则让个人修道减除障道法，让僧团能够团结一致，还有让社会不要讥嫌我们。就着这3大原理去仔细盘整，我们应该要在增置什么规范，我们应该要调节什么规范，而不是一成不变，也不是从另外一端说那个都不重要，那个都是古代了，现在时代不一样，不要理它了。这两者一个是太重视，一个是太不重视，都不符合中道的智慧。
And so following this thought, we will know that it is impossible for us to follow every detail that was formulated in 2,600 years ago in the time of India and in an agricultural society. Because if we follow every detail that was made, the precepts that was made at that time, the society will have a lot of questions and sometimes may even discriminate us. Therefore, Buddha also gave us permission to stop following some of the precepts if it doesn't follow the spirit of the time and it doesn't fit the time or the circumstances anymore. And furthermore, there are some progress of modern society that didn't happen in Buddha's time. Therefore, it is impossible to ask Buddha where we can go on internet, or we can watch movie, or we can come to the Zoom conference. He could not have thought of those. And it will be useful to follow the 10 or 6 benefits that I have just mentioned, and also the 3 principles that I proposed. First is, does it bring peace and harmony on our personal level? Does it help our practice? And second, does it increase the harmony of Sangha? And the third, does it make the society not to look down on us and even could respect us? And following these principles, then we will have a standard to modify the precepts and the way we follow them.
所以总的依据来说呢，为什么要制定戒律？就是为了令正法久住。这是佛陀对舍利弗所说，舍利弗希望能够令正法久住，所以请佛陀制戒。那么令正法久住不是去抢宗教地盘，不是去引发宗教战争，征服全世界，成为佛教国度，而是要有正法留下一线生机，来护念众生，让众生能够因为正法的学习而离苦得乐。所以这也是来自护生的根源性原理。
So to sum up, actually the purpose of this is to make the sublime Dharma remain in this world. This is what Shariputra asked Buddha when he asked Buddha how we can make the sublime Dharma to remain in this world. And if we follow the precepts, then we can achieve the purpose of protecting and respect life, and also according to the principle of middle way.
好，所以我现在呢就举个例子，比如说用八敬法来规范女众，把女众压在男性的下面，让他们低比丘尼这个比丘尼低比丘尼等，这样的一个敬法一再强调是佛陀所制的。其实我从文献学的种种考据就证实，这是不可能佛陀在世的时候制定的，因为佛陀不可能在这些女众都还没有成为比丘尼，还没有犯规的情况下就制定戒律，因为佛陀制定戒律一定是随犯而治。
So I'm going to give an example with the 8 heavy rules. So actually 8 heavy rule was said to pass down and was formulated by Buddha, but it was impossible because for Buddha, whenever he formulated precepts, it should be based upon the occurrence of offenses. So when females have not become monastics, how come it was possible to already formulate the 8 heavy rules?
好，那这是从事实判断来讲。那再来呢，我们就从佛陀制定戒律的精神，我刚刚讲到令正法久住的精神，我们来检核一下。八敬法的本身呢，其实经常会让比丘或者比丘尼的心性都变得不健康、不正常，要么就是太过自卑自恋，要么就是太过自大狂。那么这些呢，都导致于比丘跟比丘尼两者之间在修道上都成为一种稳输的局面，对两者都并不有利的。这也就是说，不护念我们修道人自己的生命。
So based on the above fact, actually we should return to the consideration that whether these rules will help to remain the sublime Dharma in this world. So actually the 8 heavy rules often causes bhikkhus and bhikkhunis to have whether low self-esteem or narcissistic qualities, and that become the hindrance of our practice, and it doesn't benefit bhikkhus or bhikkhunis.
而在僧团的和合来讲，很多的比丘呢凌驾在比丘尼之上，甚至于在这个僧团的资源的分配上，对于比丘尼来讲是，或者是那些尼众来讲是非常寒酸的。那么所以呢，这个不能够利合同均的团体是根本不可能和谐的。我曾经看到一个例子，就是有比丘拥有大禅堂，所以住持想要把原来的旧禅堂给比丘尼使用，结果比丘尼们群起抗议，不准这个禅师给这些比丘尼们使用旧的小禅堂。也就是说，自己吃香喝辣以后，连一口残羹剩饭都不给比丘尼吃。你说这样的僧团怎么可能和合而团结、安乐而清净呢？
So for many bhikkhus, because they follow the 8 heavy rules, so they actually feel more superior than the bhikkhunis, and there's a lack of equal distribution between resources. And if there's this kind of situation persists, actually it is impossible to reach the harmony of Sangha. For example, I have seen that there's an abbot in a monastery, and he had a new meditation hall. So after he had a new meditation hall, he wanted to give the old, smaller meditation hall to bhikkhunis. But then the bhikkhus in the monastery protested. They didn't want the bhikkhunis to have the smaller, older meditation hall. And that this is the example.
那么最后呢，我们再讲到说，他如何可能让社会接受我们佛教？当这个社会的整个的普世价值都已经重视性别平等的时候，只有佛教坚持女性比男性低下，只有佛教坚持女性不能成佛，只有佛教坚持比丘尼是下等的，那么甚至于还没有比丘尼存在。那么这样的话呢，这个社会的普遍的价值观跟佛教是抵触的，而且让社会更瞧不起佛教，远离佛教，也不相信佛法，这个对于令正法久住是非常强大的伤害。
And last, I want to bring your attention to how this situation does not help society to be in favor or even want to practice Buddhism. For example, gender equality is a norm in our society now, but when Buddhism still insists on that females cannot become Buddha or bhiksunis are more inferior than bhiksus. And these kind of thoughts and situations, if it persists in our community, then not only the society will want to stay away from Buddhist community, nor would they be interested in practicing Buddhism. Then that does not fit our goal of prolonging the righteous Dharma in this world forever.
所以以上就是我跟大家所报告的，也就是假设我们没有办法回到伦理学的本身、护生跟令正法久住的基本原理来看待戒律的话，我们经常在教条主义之下其实是背叛了佛陀，也背叛了众生。
So this is what I would like to share with everyone today. To return to the ethics in Buddhism, we should always base on the idea of protecting and respecting life, and to think of how to keep the sublime Dharma remaining in this world forever. If we cannot do that, then we do not only betray Buddhism, but also betray the teaching of the Buddha.
谢谢。
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. And now, next we have come to our Q&A session. We have lots of questions, right? I don't know how we can manage time with these questions. Brother Peck, are you there?
Yes, Dr. Lamenda.
So can we let the
question themselves? I think it's because there are a lot of questions. It's quite difficult to go through everybody, and it's quite difficult for the camera to zoom in on this particular one.
So can we post the questions to the presenters?
Okay. Do you want me to read the question, or would you like to read the question?
Please, you can read.
Okay. I will try to read the questions from those who asked earlier. Yeah, there are too many. I'm sure we are not able to cover all. Okay. The first person that I would like to read is from Dr. Christy Chang. She mentioned that in the example story given by Venerable Professor Chao Hui Shi just now, she also mentioned what's frustrating and saddening is that the Venerable Bhikshus in the story actually protested against the smaller hall being reserved for the Bhikshuni, even after they were given the big new hall already. Alas, I think that really is the saddest part. It makes us wonder how this could have happened in the Sangha, who are leading practitioners practicing the 3 trainings. I also wonder what happened to the end of the story later on. Professor Bhikshuni, do you want to respond to this?
那你要跟我想想不爱江山爱美人间。Okay. It's okay?
Yes.
We'll answer? Yeah. 好 ，OK. Thank you, Chrissy. 我还是要讲一下这个结局，就是这位禅师很慈悲，他把那个小的旧的禅堂坚持还是要给这些尼师们，不是比丘尼，他们是夏雷啊。那结果呢？这些比丘们，尤其是华人比丘，在那边去参学的华人比丘，人家缅甸比丘还很尊敬禅师，不敢非议。这些华人比丘竟然就声称在背后讲禅师坏话，说他不爱江山爱美人。那这个对于禅师来讲是一个大修行的禅师来讲是一个非常重大的羞辱，所以我才会说，八敬法的实施经常会让那些男性自傲自大，魔性大发。你想想看，对自己的一个恩师可以用这样的方式来诋毁，那这个是对法身慧命的一个滋长的恩师可以这样诋毁，就是可以看得到，其实呢，八敬法时的男性跟女性的修道人都在沉沦堕落。
So in response to your question, I would like to say that the ending of the what happened there was that the meditation master insists in giving the smaller, older meditation hall to those shalai. And shalai, they are lay practitioners who observe 10 precepts. So they are not even bhiksunis. And out of respect to their teachers, the local Burmese bhikkhus, they respect their teachers' decision. But some Chinese-speaking bhikkhus who are visiting and learning meditation from the master there are talking behind him about this decision and think that he is in favor of beautiful women rather than important things. So this is kind of an insult to such a respectful big meditation master. So from this example, we can see that the existence of the 8 heavy rules actually make both bhikkhu and bhikkhunis have improper mindset. Some of them become arrogant and self-important, and some of them have low self-esteem. So that actually the existence of these rules does not help male or female practitioners, bhikkhus or bhikkhunis.
谢谢。
Thank you, Venerable. Thank you.